Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
Powerful moves stirring international attention. Spain and Italy have sent naval ships to assist a civilian-led flotilla heading toward Gaza. This flotilla, known as the Global Sumid Flotilla, is carrying humanitarian aid and over 1,000 international activists, including lawmakers, doctors, and civilians from dozens of countries, all aiming to challenge Israel's long-standing naval blockade of the Gaza Strip. But this is no ordinary voyage. Over the past few days, the flotilla has reported drone attacks, explosions, and mysterious objects dropped into international waters, damaging several vessels. These incidents, although not officially claimed by any country, have raised alarms across Europe. And now, Spain and Italy have stepped in. The Spanish government has sent a maritime action ship from Cartagena. Italy, too, has deployed a naval frigate to the region. Both countries say their ships are not for military confrontation, but for humanitarian support and citizen protection. Their mission: to ensure safe passage, to offer medical assistance if needed, and to defend the rights of their citizens who are on board. As of now, over 70,000 people, including babies, children, women, and men, have lost their lives in Gaza since the start of this war. Entire cities lie in ruins. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Civilians are trapped. The Global Sumid Flotilla is a direct challenge to this crisis, a message that the world is watching, and that people, not just governments, are taking action. In a bold move on the diplomatic front, France, the UK, Canada, and Australia have officially recognized Palestine as a state. This signals a dramatic shift in international politics, and growing pressure on Israel to change its course. Now let's break it down. Why are Spain and Italy doing this? First, citizen protection. Spanish and Italian citizens, including members of parliament, are on these aid ships. If the flotilla is attacked again, both countries want to be in position to respond. Second, it's a humanitarian signal. Both governments insist they are not breaching the blockade, but are standing up for basic human rights, including freedom of navigation and aid delivery. And third, it's a strategic political move. Spain has taken a firmer stance against Israel in recent months. Italy, while more cautious, seems to be balancing between international obligations and public pressure. This also reflects a wider global divide. On one side, we have the US and a few allies continuing to back Israel's blockade, calling it a security measure. On the other, a growing number of Western and non-Western countries are challenging this logic, saying the blockade violates international law, especially with the scale of the humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in Gaza. So what happens next? Well, Israel has made it clear: the flotilla will not be allowed to reach Gaza. Whether by intercepting the ships, seizing the cargo, or forcing it to redirect, conflict at sea is not out of the question. But here's the twist: Israel also says it sees no problem with the Spanish and Italian ships, as long as they don't try to breach the blockade. This makes the situation extremely sensitive. Any wrong move, any misstep, could escalate into an international standoff. So what could be the global political outcomes? 1. Greater international polarization. Countries might be forced to pick sides more openly, especially as public protests grow worldwide against the war in Gaza. 2. Increased diplomatic pressure on Israel. More nations may follow France, Canada, and Australia in recognizing Palestinian statehood, weakening Israel's diplomatic position globally. 3. A humanitarian breakthrough. If the flotilla successfully delivers aid, it might open the door for future sea-based relief missions, and force a rethinking of the blockade. And finally, 4. A possible flashpoint. If military forces confront civilian ships carrying lawmakers and humanitarian cargo, the backlash could be enormous. This is not just about a few ships. It's about the future of Gaza, the credibility of international law, and the courage of nations and ordinary people who are willing to act when others stay silent. We'll keep watching this developing story. Thanks for listening.